up, guys? Authentically Me, Regina B is here. It is a race day. It's Saturday, November 5th, and I am headed to the race. The weather unexpectedly changed. It is 40s. It's raining. It's the coldest that it's been this week. But I'm going to get out here and get after it. I had some hesitation this morning when I first woke up. But, you know, paying for a race is definitely a motivator to get me out there and doing what I set out to do. So we are headed there. I have my backpack on. I'm layered up so that way if I need to take anything off, as the sun begins to rise, hopefully the rain begins to subside. And I have my backpack in case I need to start taking stuff off. So during the run, I may try to pull my phone out and show you guys where I'm at and how I'm doing. If not, I will definitely be back on to give you guys an update on how it goes. What is up, Survivor Thrivers? Authentically Me, Regina B is here. It is race day. It's November 5th. It is half marathon day. It's 7:41. I'm making my way to the start line. My husband had to drop me off because they had this parking lot closed off because it's to capacity. Hopefully my family will be back in about 3 hours. I'm giving myself 3 hours. That's the maximum amount of time allotted anyway. It's cold. It's rainy. It's the coldest that it's been all week long. So I'm headed down there. Like, I got teary-eyed for a second because I was just like, Lord, I'm scared. But you know, I've prepared for this. I've trained for this, and I'm ready. And like the website said, whether cold, snow, rain, come what may, the race is going on today. So I'm gonna cross over. It looks like people are definitely more prepared than me. They have like warmers on and stuff, but I'm gonna head down there. Oh, this person has a New York Marathon thing on. And I'm just gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna do my best, and the goal was always to finish. This is a PR for me. I've never ran a half marathon. I've never ran for a long amount of time in these type of conditions. So this is gonna be a lot of firsts for me. And I'm just looking forward to seeing where this is gonna go. I'm out here, I'm by myself. I kind of felt a little upset about that, but it's fine. Not upset that my friend couldn't make it because she doesn't feel well, but just like, here's another thing that I'm doing alone. But there's other people out here, so I'm not the only crazy person. The registration maxed at like 1,000, I think. So it's 1,000 other crazies out here getting ready to do something no one's requiring them to do. So we're gonna see how it goes. What is up, Survivor Thrivers? Authentically Me, Regina B. Your girl is back with y'all. Today is Saturday, November 5th. It was race day. It's racing day. It's racing day. I crushed my first half marathon. Guys, when I woke up this morning, I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't sure that I was gonna go. My friend sent me a text, which was an awesome motivator. And then I thought about the fact that I dropped like $80-something for this race. So I'm like, baby, you going. So then I got up. It was raining. I made sure that I picked out things that I could layer on. I wore my Nike like bubble vest with this running shirt. I had my leggings on. Then I layered on my compression socks from Nike. Then I put on my comfort socks, my Balegas, if that's how you call them. And I wore my Nike Gore-Tex, which was perfect because it was raining. It started out raining. So they're perfect. They're supposed to be perfect for like outdoor conditions. So I wore those. So then we get out the door, y'all. It's raining. I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's in like the 40s or whatever. And so I get there, my husband drops me off, I get there, and guys, it starts snowing. I got some footage of it, I believe, like right as the snow was starting to form. But I was about to say girl, because I finished talking to my friend. But it started snowing, y'all. Like, it was snowing. And everybody there was just like, oh my gosh, like, it's snowing. Snow was not in the forecast. In fact, the rain was supposed to stop at some point, like throughout the night. So it was just like the unexpected. And I'm so glad that I did a lot of the runs that I did, the coachings that I did on marathons and half marathons, because most of the coaches say expect the unexpected. Like, your first marathon, you just never know how the race is gonna go. You never know how the weather is gonna be, and that proved to be true for me today. Everybody out there was awesome, because all of us out there are runners. I'm not even gonna say we crazy. All of us out there are runners. All of us signed up to do this for nothing more than a finish time and a medal. Nothing more than that. Like, except for the competitors that were at the front, I believe, the first, second, and third places of people got rewards or awards, or I don't know if they got a cash prize, but the rest of us that were back there, we're just doing this because it's something we enjoy and it's something we want to do. Nobody's making us do it. Nobody's chasing us. And we're out here in the snow. So everybody, it was just a vibe. We were all kind of laughing and just kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, this snow. And then, okay, as I got through the race, baby, the first half of the race was awesome. Like, I was pacing myself, my breathing was intact. I made sure that my effort was very, very easy, recovery pace, if not slower than recovery pace. And I also turned on the Nike guided run of 13.1. So Nike has a half marathon coach guided run that I listened to, because it helped me to know like how far I have gone and about how far I have to go. And he also coached really well. Like, he would come on throughout and just make sure your breathing was on point, make sure you were taking it easy, especially in the beginning, making sure that you kept your form so that you don't injure yourself. So that was really good that I did that. As I made it through mile 7, that's when these jawbones started talking to me. And that's when my hamstrings started talking to me. And that's when my feet started talking to me. Like, my feet it wasn't like the pain from my toenails being too long or my little bunion, because I actually got this little thing. These are the things that I do that make me feel old. I got like a corn cushion, and I put the corn cushion on my little corn, on my little pinky on the right, and y'all, my foot was good, my toe was good, but it was just the pain. Squirrel, get out of the street. It was just the pain from just hitting the pavement, like, the foot strike of the pavement. And a lot of it was on the road, and then it was on gravel, which had turned into basically clay. So I really had to watch my foot strike, and I had to watch where I was running so I didn't slide in the mud. And then right around mile 8 is when my inner dialogue just started to shift. And I was just kind of like, oh my God, I'm in pain. Am I gonna stop? Like, I could feel my muscles in my legs. I could feel, like I said, my foot strike. The pacer came up on the left of me, 2 hours and 40-minute pacer. And he was just a blessing. And he was a blessing on so many levels. I told him, I said, you're like an angel, because you came out of nowhere where I was just wondering, like, where is everybody at? I was kind of by myself. So that was making it more challenging. And so for a while, it was just me and him, and he's taller than me. And even though I'm short, I like to run with people who are taller than me, because they're going at the pace that I want to go, but then I can also back off. So because my legs are shorter, I can back off while keeping up. So he was really awesome. Like, we ran together in silence for, I want to say, the first 10 to 15 minutes. And then he was like, "You're doing great." And I told him, I said, "Well, this is my first half marathon." And he was like, "Oh, that's awesome. You're doing a good job." He was like, this is a perfect time for you to have like your first PR. Like, this is a really good time for you to have done your first half marathon. And I was like, "Thank you." And I just kept thanking him throughout. And, towards the end, he's like, "You were doing good, keep going." And then there were times when we stopped to get water. So we, took a little recovery time, and then we walked for a little bit. And then right towards the end, when we had a mile left, he said, "We're going to walk just a little bit so that we can, finish strong." And I really appreciated that. So we walked for a bit, and then we finished. And that last mile, there were a few times I had to stop and power walk because my body was letting me know, like, okay, we've gone 12.35. And now we're going beyond that. So let me adjust. So my body really, really needed to adjust. But I finished, y'all, and I finished strong. And I actually finished. I feel like the way that he was pacing me, he got me across the finish line at like 2 hours and 39 minutes. So just a tick under 2:40, and I really appreciate that. I didn't get his name, but I did get a handshake. There was another lady that ended up joining us, and me and her gave each other, like, we did like this, and it was an older white lady, and we were like, "Yes, good job, way to go." There was another girl that finished who had kind of been struggling. Like, there was a portion where I was near her and she was struggling, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And she said she had a cramp, but she actually ended up recovering, and she like took off, like, and left me in the dust, baby. And so I saw her at the end, and I was just like, "Way to go, good job, like you fought through that." And then I saw my babies at the end, and I gave them a hug, and I got teary-eyed a little bit because I'm just like, nothing is impossible for you. Nothing is impossible, and nothing is impossible for me. Like, I can do challenging things, and I can push myself, and I am an ambitious person, and I can do things alone, without anyone but, a voice on the guided run, with prayer, with, my worship music. I can go the distance, and I can do challenging things, and I'm pretty awesome. I'm pretty awesome. Like, I'm pretty awesome. I'm going to give myself flowers. I'm going to give myself my flowers. I listen to Lovely T, and she always talks about giving people their flowers. I'm giving myself my flowers because I did an awesome job, and I committed to something, and I saw it through to the end. And I even saw an old high school friend. I was like, "Eva, is that you?" But yeah, it was great. It's sunny out now. The weather turned around. It's still a little crisp outside, but it's a sunny day. And I also used different moments to just meditate on God's word. Like, there was a portion where we're passing a lake, and there was like this thick cloud of mist coming up from the lake, and it made me think about in Genesis how the Spirit hovered over the waters before creation began. The beautiful symphony of creation began. And I looked at the trees, and I thought about Knox, how it was like, it's a hill, get over it, to get over the hills. I pushed myself up the hills, and I recovered down the hills. And I just feel blessed. I feel blessed to be able to do what I just did, and I will take this run with me throughout the rest of my life. Even if I never run another half marathon again, I will take this experience with me throughout the rest of my life. So that's really all I have to say. I'm going to get in here. I'm going to get stretched. I'm going to get showered and changed. And then I'm going to go to my daughter's banquet. Thank you guys so much for rocking with the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for viewing. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have had the motivation and the courage to continue on this journey. Thank you. You are a part of the purpose. So thank you so much for that. If you're not subscribed, why not go ahead and subscribe? Who knows what journey we're going to be on next time. Definitely give this video a like, leave a comment if you are on a journey, plan to join the journey, enjoyed watching my journey, and find an opportunity to get out there and get after whatever your get after is, if you're able to get after it. I love you. God loves you so much.